Hey, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the world for a little bit, because as someone who has been quite many places around the world, I can let you in on some cool stories or some cool insider tips, I guess. No, look, let me just tell you some stories and we can go from there. But I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go, so I can't obviously probably shoot anything ahead of time. I'll just keep talking. But anyway, I'll tell you about one time when I went to Mount Huashan in China. So if you've never heard of this mountain, maybe it's because you are not from China, or maybe you've never been to China, or maybe you didn't do much research into Chinese mountains, which makes sense because not many people do. But let me tell you this: if you've ever browsed Reddit, sometimes every once in a while you see a cool picture on Reddit. Like this one time I was browsing Reddit and I saw this awesome picture of this girl who did a handstand on this plank walk, I'll call it, because I have no better way to say it. Also, disregard the other video if you're still thinking about that. But if you watched that other video recently, this is now on a serious note. Anyway, she was walking along these planks which are like embedded into a wall or a mountainside in China, and she was doing a handstand. And what makes it so cool and so fascinating and so amazing is that the planks are like really narrow on the mountainside. And she's able to balance on her hands up against the sheer cliff face of the wall. So it's really cool. But if you don't know much about this mountain, I'll give you a little bit of background. It's one of the sacred mountains of Buddhism in China. So it's revered as well as other mountains, which I can name a couple, but I can't name all of them probably. Mount Emeshan, Mount Huangshan, I think is one. And I'm going to name one more, and it's Mount Tai. And then I'm probably not going to give you any more. You might want to fact check Mount Huangshan, but I think that and another Mount Huangshan are actually both still in. But I'm sure, well, if you're really interested, you could probably just fact check yourself. But maybe just check about the second Huangshan or something. I don't know. That's what I recall to be correct based on when I went there. So that's the best information I have for you. But do your own research if you're going to go. So anyway, when I ended up going to Huashan though, I went to the mountain, and when I got there, I found out there are 5 peaks. It's a very big mountain, and it's like there's quite a bit to hike. So you need like a map. They can give you a map there, and when you do the mountain trek, they give you the map that shows you all the different ways to go and all the different like routes to take. But the planks were, I believe, were along the east peak. I should just stop listening to like the doubts in my head telling me that like I don't know this stuff, because it was the East Peak, and I remember going to the East Peak. I remember going there and like being super excited because I wanted to like climb the path and I wanted to get a picture of me on the planks. Because I remember seeing that girl's picture on the planks. Like that was like so epic. I want to get a picture of me on the planks too. So I went there and I remember waiting in line. And when I got there, they like harnessed me up on like a little strap thing around my waist, which just like kind of prevents you from falling off the mountain, and like I don't know, it prevents me being liable. It's not like necessarily the most like westernized traditional safety standard kind of thing you'll see, but in Asia it does the trick. It's good enough, and it's a sacred mountain, so leave them alone. Is what I have to say if you're gonna try to start arguing with them. But anyway, when I got to the side thing, I made my way along the planks. I started making my way along the planks, and I made it around the mountain. And then when I got about to the middle part, I was like, this is a good place for a photo. I turned around to the people behind me and I gave my phone. I was like, hey, could you guys get a photo of me on the planks? And the guy was like being really like, he had like a lot of attitude. He's like, I guess, man. Like, I guess I could. Or I don't know. I don't impersonate. I don't do impersonations to people like that. I'm just like trying to say like what I saw when I was there. And it was that he was like very negative towards taking a photo of me. And I was like, okay, man, it's kind of strange, but I didn't say that out loud, obviously. I was like, okay, man. And he's like, okay. So he pointed the camera at me, and I was just like, it was like super awkward. I don't think he was good at taking photos. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, he like snapped a shot, and afterwards I was like, can you take another one? He took like a really shitty shot. I could tell, just because he didn't like put the effort into it. He didn't like angle it right, and he just like did not know what he was doing with the camera. So I was like, could you just like get a better one of me? And he was like, oh sure, man, it's all about you. I was like, well, Jesus fucking Christ, man, like I'm only come here once, man. Can you just be like a nice guy and just take a picture of me? Like what the fuck is the problem? I take like so many pictures of strangers all the time because they ask me to, and I'm not like a stupid fucking selfish asshole. So like Jesus Christ, man. But I don't know. Anyway, I managed to get a shot on there, but as it turns out, I ended up losing my SD card, so I don't have it anymore. So I don't know. That didn't have to work out too well, but it's maybe something I'll go back. Maybe I'll bring a girl. Maybe it'll be a funner trip in the long run. But at least I'll manage to get a shot of me on the planks. Maybe someone other than just some random stranger asshole can hold my camera for me. Maybe I can find a girl who's good with the camera and she can come with me and take better photographs than like that one dude who was an asshole on Mount Huashan. I don't know. Anyway, that was my experience there, and that's my gripe. That if you're a stranger and you meet a stranger who needs something like that done, which I wouldn't even call it a favor. It's not like I was asking you to like go pick up my mom from the fucking supermarket. I'll just say like, just be a bro and don't be a fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Um, that's the whole saying, what goes around comes around. So, if you do good things to other people, then good things will happen to you. But I don't know. Anyway, I did a lot of stuff in China to change the subject before it gets, too heated or hot and heavy, because I don't like that kind of stuff. But anyway, I traveled around in China for a while. I saw some interesting things, some cool things, like the Three Gorges Dam. I don't know. Just thinking about it or just talking about it gets me like really tired, because it's just such an exhausting thing to think about based on like how much exertion I had to do in China versus like, I don't know, whatever else was happening. So I have no clue what to tell you, except just even trying to recollect on China is an act that just exhausts me. So I don't know. Anyway, I did get to see that. You can see some things on my blog thing that I have on my website, but it's just like a video of me in China with some like shots from my GoPro, which didn't really get the best shots. Now looking back, I don't know. I lost my Hero 3 on a boat in the Galapagos, and then it didn't get much better from there. I ended up having to I tried to get a new camera when I was in Argentina, and I got the best one I could find for like the best price I could think would be reasonable, and it ended up being a Hero 5, or not a Hero 5, a Hero 3 Black, I think it was. So I got that, and it had like more features, but it was like, I don't know, for the price, it just ended up being like a better overall deal. But I don't know, it ended up getting the job done, and I kept it till the end. It was the only thing I had in Paraguay, because someone stole my phone on a bus in Paraguay, which sucked. But I managed to at least get some shots of like the holy Jesuit missionaries and stuff there, whatever you want to call them. So that was cool, or not cool, but it got me by with at least some snaps to take home. So that was nice. I got another interesting. First of all, traveling can be a headache and a heartache, but it's not always as easy as it looks, and it's not always as fun as it looks. But if you're good at it, it can be really fun and really rewarding. But only if I say it's always better with good people. So you can make the best of any bad situation if you have the right people and the right mindset. But if everyone around you sucks, seems like a shitty person, then you're gonna have a hard time. So just keep that in mind. I did like, I don't know. I did like pretty much all my trip by myself, so it was just like a strain and a heartache. But I mean, who knows? I was determined to see something in the world, because it was kind of like, if I'm 25 or however old I was, or 24, I think it was at the time, it's like, why am I going to waste my life doing nothing when I can at least just go do something? Like, I don't feel like going back to a corporate job, because like my leaving Shell taught me that I hate corporate life. So I was like, I'll go do something like more interesting and fascinating. And when I feel like sitting behind a fucking desk, I'll just make a stop from Colombia, maybe do a lot of cocaine, and just play Russian roulette until I accidentally shoot myself in the head, and I think I'll end up having had a better life. But if anyone ever somehow was able to recount that in a way that I never could. So anyway, my ideology is very much YOLO, and it was kind of like, here I am, I'm free in the world, and I want to see the things I want to see, I want to do the things I want to do. So I did just that. I lived my life, I lived my dreams. I did it 24/7. So I'm not gonna say that past tense, but I lived 100% of what I felt was like what I had in regards to go power. So I'm gonna use the term go power. When I was in Argentina, I was really pushing that go power. And if you're that one girl sitting next to me on the bus, I was gonna tell you, I'm not Jesus. I'm not gonna carry that burden. It's gonna be hard to say this, but man, those bathrooms are just the worst, right? Anyway, fucking kids. Who knows? We blow up the bathrooms. Bullshit. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I'll just keep talking and just ignore anything else that's going on. But this is the weirdest thing one time. One time I was like sitting at a dinner at one of the places in Argentina, or somewhere in South America, and like I was sitting there, and one of the guys, like, he was like serving his food, and the guy asked me the weirdest fucking question on earth, and he's like, "Do you want chicken or pork?" And I was like, "Chicken," because I'm a guy with like a good diet. I'm like used to eating like lean proteins and stuff like that. And he gave me this look. He's like, "Chicken or pork?" I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? Like, seriously, just chill the fuck out. Like, no one said I couldn't just, like, it's a fucking restaurant. What the fuck I want? Jesus Christ, this guy have a fucking, is this like, what the fuck is this even? Like, Jesus fuck, right? But who knows? Anyway, it sketched me the fuck out, and I was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, it was the sketchiest thing on earth. And he like yesterday I was like, in my brain just like flipped off at that point, and I don't know, who knows, that was just like one of those things just like ruined my life. And it was like I never thought I'd be in a situation where someone would be like that unreasonable towards Americans and like treat us like shittily for having a choice on what we order at a restaurant, because that's our goddamn god-given right. So if you're gonna ask me if I want chicken or pork, and I tell you I want chicken, and you have a fucking problem with that, you can go fucking kill yourself, because I don't give a fuck, and you don't have the right to live on Earth and interact with human beings. Seriously, that fucking shithead is a fucking asshole. But anyway, that's just something I encountered when I was it bothered me when I was traveling, that I encountered, have to, that I had to deal with. So anyway, apart from that, every single person I met after going down to the hostel, Argentina, or Radic Rock, whatever the fuck it's called, which is weird as fuck and really shitty, and it was like crazy or something. I have no fucking clue. They were all like la-di-da, batshit fucking insane, and I have no idea what the fuck was going on, but it threw me for a fucking loop, and it was fucking crazy. So I have no idea. Anyway, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Read my blog. It actually summarizes like the actual stuff I was doing on actual Earth. And if anyone else on Earth wants to read that stuff, and they're not, insane enough to try to delude themselves into thinking that wasn't actually what happened, cool. Glad to have a follower or a fan. But if you're a crazy fucking person like that guy who was trying to serve me supper, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, dinner? It wasn't even supper, it was fucking dinner. At that one place in South America, then just go the fuck on that fucking bus with that one pastor and fucking die, because I don't care. If I tell my cousin first, I'll stop talking. This is all getting really fucking weird. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. But anyway, I'll just say that life is a great thing. Life is a beautiful sport. Life is a team sport. If you're not on the team of life, then just go the fuck and die somewhere, you piece of shit, because Jesus Christ. Anyway, I love life, I love me, and I love myself, and I hate Andrea Campos. She's a stupid fucking rat succubus Mexican that sucks dick at life. She can go kill herself in hell. I don't give a shit. So there. That's my rant about travel, and that's my rant about life and love, as someone who loved life until I met Andrea Campos, and she ruined mine. So there. But anyway, if you have nothing better to do on Earth than the best things there are to do on Earth, then maybe you're just an Earthling, like me. Sorry I missed you when I was traveling around. Maybe you're doing something else on Earth. Who knows? Anyway, if you want to read about all the awesome things I've done on Earth with my earthly lifetime, nor the time I have on Earth, then check out my blog, check out my YouTube page, check out my Twitter, check out my Facebook, because I live life fucking hard, and I live it to 100% of my limit, because what the fuck else am I spending it on, right? Fucking Mexican pesos, bullshit. Anyway, all I gotta say to whoever is not satisfied with their actual life and thought that they could delude themselves into a fake fantasy reality and just not live their actual real life dreams in real life. You suck and you're a pussy, and you deserve to just realize how much you suck and how much you're a pussy, and maybe go suck a fucking dick and be a little fucking pussy around someone else until the entire world just tells you you're a fucking pussy, and maybe you just stop being a fucking pussy who sucks dick. So there. That's my advice to you. So why the fuck did you bother me? Anyway, I in real life, I'm sketched up by like something. I don't know what it is. But I was going to say I in real life just like love life and just like live my life 100%. And if anyone else on Earth is ever like not aware of what real life is, it's just exactly what it always was before I left Shell and left the entire world. If you happen to know what year that took place, which I don't know why you would, but it was 2014 or 2015, I mean. And it never changed, so it's always just the best thing there ever is to do anywhere in the entire galaxy, because it's the only place on Earth that human life is ever known to exist. It's the only place on Earth you can ever just like climb a summit, go to an Italian restaurant, get a pizza, and then go home and bang your girlfriend. So those are like the three best things that I could vote for to ever do on any planet. And if you go to a planet and you don't want to reach the summit, you don't want to have a good dinner, and you don't want to sleep with a girl, then what the fuck are you even doing? I hope you just run out of oxygen and die and suffocate. But anyway, I don't know, can worry about what's happening. What was I talking about? I don't know what the fuck said stupid spirit, but whatever that is needs to die immediately. It's not Hawaiian enough. If anyone, does anyone notice what that thing is? I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like a broken thing. I think it causes Ashley Cumston or something like that. I don't know what the fuck that means or what that thing is, but it's bothering me. It needs to get away from my life and my existence. It's creeping me the fuck out. I don't know where it came from, what it is, but I don't think it's terrestrial. I don't think it's human, because if it was, it'd be treated other people like human beings, or just watch TED Talks and listen to Brene Brown, and not be a fucking shitty asshole. So, there. Anyway. The... I don't know why anyone else thinks they're important enough to bother me, because they're not. So they can all just go fuck themselves in the fucking butthole with their fucking tiny little dicks, or break them up and stuff up there themselves. And, you know, just realize how important they're on Earth, and it's not important enough to bother another human being. So there. I'm glad this is the standard through the epic failure of Shell Oil Company. But anyway, that's just that. Who knows? As I was saying, though, I was a... I have no clue what's going on, but they all just like had there's like something weird happened one day, and then everyone was just like super weird afterwards, and I was like, you know what, this is fucking kind of weird, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, you know, maybe I should just leave because I don't like it here anymore, or something like that, I guess. Who knows? But anyway, I ended up going separate ways with them, and I don't look back because it wasn't a bad thing, and they can't even argue that they got the better end of that deal because they didn't. So, regardless. I'm quite glad that I had another corporate fire because I decided a long time ago that I'd be unhappy if I ever had to, you know, work the 9 to 5 until the day I died, because that's just a shitty way to live. So anyway, I love being me, I love my life, I love my choices. So Shell can just suck a dick if they regret their life, and France can laugh at them from their fucking country or their perch in their lofty towers. And Germany can once again just remind them that they suck at life and they can't blame anyone else for their failures. And Japan can just laugh at them as they kill themselves over their own misery, and you know, you just hit the reset button and they just never know a thing. So anyway, but who the fuck cares, right? That's my fucking point. Just go the fuck home and leave me the fuck alone. If you want to hang on in real life, I'd love to. If you want to just be a fucking asshole, fucking whatever the fuck they are, they just bother everyone who exists, and that's not okay, and they need to leave everyone the fuck alone and just get back to their shitty fucking lives and complain about it to their shitty fucking friends who don't listen to them because they don't care about them, and just realize that because they're shitty people with shitty lives, they are just lashing out at people. It's because of the shittiness of their entire existence, and if they didn't suck dick at life and have a shitty life as a result of being shitty, then they wouldn't have anything to complain about, they wouldn't be bothering me. Because they suck so much and because they're so shitty, all they can do is just try to blame other people because they can't deal with their own incompetencies and their own lack of, you know, being an awesome person. So anyway, I have no advice for anyone like that. So all it is just like they just complain to China like, oh, or China just it's the whole they wish never lived kind of thing, and it's like, oh, well, that sucks, you're stuck with it, so sorry you suck. Right? Lol. Anyway, I don't know who is important enough to think they can get my attention, but it's definitely not Charlie Puth, because that guy, I don't even give a fuck about that guy. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep talking, and it's gonna be about who knows. I don't know. Oh, my weird sketchy family from South America. I don't even use the term family because they're all creepy as fuck. But anyway, whatever they are, whatever they're doing, I have no fucking clue. But they were like really fucking assholes, and they were like giving me a hard time about, because they were like arguing they're gonna eat condor eggs, and my mind was like, that's an endangered species. Why the fuck would you eat a condor egg? And then they're like trying to like mock me for it, and I was like, no, you're just a shitty human being. Like, why'd you do that to a fucking endangered species? And then I don't know, it wasn't funny and it wasn't cute. It was just fucking sick and fucking weird. So who knows? I don't know. I don't have to like them. I don't want to or have to, but they have a job on Earth. Make them fucking work and make them fucking do it, because they gotta fucking fill their fucking quota or whatever the fuck. So who knows? Anyway. And then someone argues something stupid, and then they blame it on the person who argued it, because that's what they're supposed to do, is how that should go. So, anyway. I don't know what the fuck is going on or why or how I'm paying attention to it, but it's really fucking annoying. They should just stop doing it. I don't know, make India outsource and do it somewhere that's not in my headspace, because whatever the fuck it is, it definitely needs to leave my head alone. So who knows, who fucking cares? If it's the ghost of Donald Trump, he needs to leave me alone and go talk to Mac Miller, because that guy should definitely be smoking more weed. Anyway, just saying. But anyway, or no. Also, Sarah Buxton, you suck at life. You need to fucking get the fuck off our boat and into the fucking ocean until you either drown or someone pulls you up for air, just so they can fucking tell you that you suck dick at life again and push you back under. So there. As I was saying, I spent some time in... Sorry. I'm trying to ignore all the shitheads of Earth, because that's the best thing to do to them, because why the fuck would you acknowledge them and waste your fucking time of day on them when you can just, not condone that kind of behavior like a good dad would for the little babies in existence. Oh, I got a back to the desk. Nice. Check that out later. So if anyone who encourages positive behavior, you're definitely just propagating a negative cycle, and that's not something you should ever do. So that's just bad parenthood 101. Just telling you. Also, if you could raise anything on Earth other than my cock, and you haven't tried to do it in real life, first of all, prove it. Second of all, I don't know you, so maybe you're creepy, and maybe you should just leave me alone. And third of all, if you're not Taylor Schramm, maybe you should just talk to her first, and if you don't beat her, then maybe you can't beat anything, including beating me and beating you away from me with a stick, and not me beating my meat. So, that. Anyway, I do have a lot of interesting tales, I guess, from different places, but it's like there's too much of like a general just say like ambiguity to like the scope of like a lot of the stuff that's going on for me to like be able to narrow down one specific experience to lay out for you. So I don't know like where you'd want me to like go with like what I know. No, I know like what I've done, but like oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Something just said he exists. Who the fuck knows what that means? Anyway, and give you some like more in-depth like first-person experience kind of like tales. So if you want to hear about those, I'll tell you about my time in China, doing and seeing a lot of things. There's some awesome places in China, in Beijing, like the Snack Road. The Forbidden Palace is really cool, or the Forbidden City, the Summer Palace is really cool. I got this two like almost mixed up. I think it's because maybe I took like an audio guide from one of the places. I know I have one from the Summer Palace because I tried to return it and the place was already closed, so I ended up just keeping it because I couldn't take the metro back to return the next day because I was like too busy. So I just have like an extra copy of an audio guide in my in like a box back home in my room in Pittsburgh. I also I saw the Forbidden City in Beijing, which was really cool. It's beautiful. But I don't remember if I got an audio guide for that or not. I know I have two audio guides. I don't know where the second one's from, but it's like some it's like some other complex. It's like it's like either very similar to the Forbidden City or it's like possibly the Forbidden City. So I don't know. But anyway, other thing I want to put on Beijing. Oh, I got Peking duck there and it was really good. I got went to like some restaurant. Oh, I tried shark fin soup too, or shark fin soup. So that's really good. It's like a Chinese delicacy. You can only get it in China, I think, or like really nice luxury Chinese restaurants because it's like a gourmet cuisine item, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know it's a stupid fucking line again. I'm trying to refer to the word a food item, which is the stupidest fucking phrase in the English language. But anyway, it's a gourmet meal menu listing item. Sorry, Hawaiian. It's item. Sorry, can you know how to do your fucking job? Seriously, right? God, this sucks. As I was saying before, the Hawaiians started bitching about being an existent person on Earth and started complaining to China about the fact she exists. It's a great place to go and like have food and like stuff like that. The Peking duck is great, by the way. If you've never tried in Beijing, it's like some of the best places. It's like one of the best places on Earth to get Peking duck. So. There's also like a lot of just like cool, fun like Chinese stuff. Like if you've never seen like China culture like up close, you'll never like appreciate like Chinese culture. But like there's just like a lot of stuff that's like specifically Asian, but Chinese Asian, not like cutesy Japanese like Hello Kitty and like I don't know, like a lot of the characters. It's not like Korean, like bibimbap and K-pop and like the whole Gangnam Style Psy kind of thing. It's just like Chinese where it's just like swirly like sweet lollipops and stuff like that and like. I don't know, you have to, maybe if I can't, like, paint the picture for you, because I'm just, like, unable to convey the words to you. Maybe you could just go check it out for yourself. It's probably give you a better overall picture because it kind of gets tough to convey it to you. But it's definitely just like the Chinese like pop of Earth, I guess, if I could put it that way. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, it's a cool thing. It's a cool vibe, and it's like the character depictions are like very different than like what you would see in like Japanese media, which is like much more anime focused, or Korean media, which is much more like K-pop and like exaggeratedly like K-pop, like Mr. Taxi kind of focus. Or why is it the only thing I can think of right now? Jesus, fuck. It's there's like other stuff. I'm trying to think of like other stuff in the Korean culture that, like is like more relevant right now than just that one song, but I don't know what else maybe would be like most relevant except the song Dynamite maybe would be like the best example. So I don't know, but anyway, the other things about Korean or about Chinese culture that were cool. And it's almost like a numerous or too numerous to name, being what I'm trying to say, regardless of what word you could ever use to describe that. Who knows? I'm not gonna argue whether it exists or not. I don't care. Anyway, it's just a cool thing. So, also something cool is Xi'an and the Terracotta Warriors. I have like 4 of them I think in my bedroom right now because I bought like a little souvenir set after I left the Terracotta Army mausoleum in Xi'an. So that was a cool souvenir that I had to take home. So that's nice. But anyway. So lots to see and do in China, and if you're there and you have like only 2 weeks, maybe you'll see like enough to get a taste of China. You can see the Great Wall. You can see it in a day. You can see it in 3 days. I don't know what you want to see, but I got like a good taste of China and the Great Wall because I did like one day seeing like the regular wall just because I felt like seeing it, doing some hiking. Then I spent like 2 days maybe on like the Wild Wall, or maybe just like one day. I don't know. I don't care. I don't remember. But either way, I got some good pictures on the Wild Wall in Junka. So if you want to see that, check out my Instagram. Some awesome snaps, some awesome photos, or photos rather, if you want to call them. So I was using snaps before to talk about things in South America, and I almost used it again in China. No, whole different thing. Anyway, some awesome photos on my Instagram. So check them out if you're interested in seeing. And it's definitely like unlike anything else on Earth. It's just so huge and massive, and the fact that it's like overtaken by the jungle, it's just like one of the coolest things on Earth. But it's just such a pristine, awesome part of Earth and of like its country that it's just so cool to see. So, anyway, that is cool. And also one more thing is if you get the chance to try a Chongqing hot pot or rather a Chengdu hot pot. I'll say that afterwards. But a Chengdu hot pot, it's really good. That and the Chengdu panda stations are awesome because you get to see live pandas, and pandas are like the cutest animal on Earth. Like, who doesn't love pandas? I don't know. One thing I want to get is a panda hat. They have these like little panda hats you can like get on. They have like the little furry paws that fall down. It's something I really want to get on Earth at some point in time. And if I want to pitch an idea for all of China, you should host this big event called Pandemonium, and I would love to come and like I'll get a panda hat and go. And if you guys are hesitant, maybe you can host a mini American Pandemonium here, and I'll still wear the hat. I don't know what the scope of this will be, but maybe you should have at least one Chinese ambassador come to me and just lay out what you expect from Pandemonium, so I can get on the same level or on the same page as to what you want that to be. So I don't know, but anyway. The other thing, and then I'm gonna say this last, is the Sichuan food is the best. The food Sichuan, sorry, is the best. Like when I went to a lot of places. I went to like Wuhan and some other stuff, and like tried like the food there. Like I heard about some things like the Wuhan beef and stuff like that, but I like wasn't impressed when I went there. But it wasn't until I got to Sichuan and tried the food there that I was like actually truly impressed. And it was like some of the best food I had in all of China. I think the only thing that maybe could come close is like the Peking duck and like that kind of stuff. But as far as cuisines, like regional cuisines, it was like the best by far cuisine of any region that I had the entire time. Like I think the first time I went down there, I'm thinking of freaking word now for some reason. But the first time I went down there, I got like the Sichuan, I think eggplant or something like that. But like I just like went to a restaurant. I was like, just give me the eggplant and something else. She's like, yeah, sure. She just gave me like 2 things right off the menu because that's kind of it's kind of weird how you have to order in some places because they don't have a menu. You just go in and they just like have like a fridge kind of full of like fruits and vegetables, and then just like an area where there's just like produce, or I forget what else they have. They're just like, or something else. Maybe they just have like vegetables or something like that. You just have to go and like point to the vegetable you want and just okay, eggplant, yeah, I got it. And they'll just like make it for you. There's no like menu or thing to work off. You just have to go and like gesture in their kitchen towards what you want, and they'll make it for you. So it's really funny, but it gets the message across. So anyway, she ended up making me eggplant in Chengdu, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it's in the Sichuan region. and it was some of the best food I've ever had in my entire life. The seasoning is so good. The spice is so good. It's unlike anything I've ever had in the United States. And I've been to like some really good Chinese restaurants in the United States. My dad used to take me to this place called Sesame Inn in Pittsburgh. It's really good. It has like some really really good Chinese food, but nothing on that menu could ever compare to anything you would find in actual Sichuan China. So keep that in mind if you're ever interested in the cuisine. You just know that whatever you try anywhere, even if they argue that it's like traditional, I doubt that it could come close to the actual food in Sichuan China, or in Chengdu rather. So check it out if you get the chance. Nothing else just to try a new cuisine. And who knows? Stay hungry, travelers. Stay curious and stay what's the thing? Stay inquisitive. Yeah, stay inquisitive. And I hope every wonder and marvel you ever seek finds its way to your heart, to your mouth, and to your mind's eye, so you can see it, try it, and maybe even take a snappy for it or a picture of it to put on Instagram. So, see ya.